You'll never guess who's just come into my inn. A Samaritan. Yeah, one of those awful Samaritans. No, he wasn't awful to me, but, well, you know how everyone hates them. I don't know why, but they're not like us, are they? He brought this poor fellow with him. All beaten up he was. The Samaritan said he'd been attacked on the Jericho road. No, I don't think anything's broken. I don't know when it happened, but apparently he was lying in the road for a long time. No, the road wasn't completely deserted. 2 religious leaders went by, but the man said that they just crossed over and left him there. Yeah, I thought it was dreadful too when I heard. They were probably frightened in case the robbers were still around. I suppose they may have thought the man was dead, but they could have checked. Funny, isn't it, that the only person who helped him was a Samaritan. He seemed a nice enough man. He even paid in advance. No, he's asleep now, but I would appreciate it if you'd come and have a look at him. I'll expect you later then. Goodbye. Sorry about that. Just had to make that phone call. Jesus was teaching one day when a man in the crowd asked him a question. Can you tell me, Jesus, what I have to do to live forever? Jesus said, love God and love your neighbour as much as you love yourself. But who is my neighbour? Asked the man, hoping to trick Jesus. Is he just the one who lives next door? Let me tell you a story, Jesus said, and I think you'll understand. This story is known as the Good Samaritan, and it's a parable Jesus told. In other words, it's a story that makes a point. Even if you don't know the story, you've probably got a good idea about helping people. If you lend someone a hand today, you might be described as a good Samaritan. But for the Jews who listened to Jesus, the story was a shock. They hated the Samaritans. So a good Samaritan sounded impossible. For us, it will be like hearing about a good terrorist. The road to the big city twisted through stony hills. It was a dangerous place because travellers often had money with them, so thieves used to lie in wait by the side of the road. They had plenty of places to hide among the rocks and plenty of heavy stones to throw at people. This man was nervous when he left Jerusalem with gold coins in his pocket and set off down the road. His friend said, "Take care." I'm sorry to say he was attacked, beaten, left for dead. The robbers ran away, leaving a body on the road. Very religious people in Jesus' time would have looked at this injured man, possibly dead, covered in blood, and thought, unclean, don't touch. That's what a priest thought when he found the body on the road. He just went straight past. Next came someone called a Levite. His tribe was specially chosen by God to be religious leaders. The Levites also, like the priest, have to keep themselves holy and pure because their job is to serve in God's temple. He found the body on the road, and he didn't want to touch it either. So he too hurried past on the other side of the road. Then came the Samaritan, walking along the road by himself. When he saw the man lying on the road, he felt really sorry for him. He went to help him. He bandaged his cuts and bruises and wiped his face. Then the Samaritan helped the man to his feet, gave him a ride on his donkey, and took him to a nearby inn. The Samaritan said to the innkeeper, "Here's some money. Please look after this poor man. I'll be back in a couple of days and you can give me a bill for whatever you've spent on looking after him." When Jesus had finished telling this story, he asked the people a question. Which one of these three was a neighbour to the injured man? In other words, who took the best care of him? Who do you think it was? Was it the priest or the Levite, the ones who should have been expected to do so, or the Samaritan? In Jesus' story, the Samaritan, who everyone hated, turned out to be the kindest, most neighbourly person. At the end of this story, Jesus said to his followers, "Go and behave like the Good Samaritan." The lesson of this story was, love your neighbour as you love yourself. And your neighbour isn't just the person who lives next door. It's anyone who needs your help. In other words, take care of other people, look after them, and be kind to them, just as you take care of yourself. Now I'm going to say a prayer, and if you agree with the words of the prayer, perhaps you would like to say Amen, which means I agree, at the end. God of love, teach us to love ourselves as you love us, and help us to love other people as we love ourselves, and show us how to be good neighbours. Amen. Thank you for joining in our collective worship today, and hope to be in touch with you again very soon. God bless you and goodbye.